All right, so this had people pissed off, especially about him talking about the medical issues and saying that WWE is, they don't have the best medical um, services themselves. I didn't see much. Think what he said was wrong. Like, people are really upset at what he had to say about this. I didn't have too much of an issue with it. What about you, Dave? What was your thoughts on this? Because you were another one who didn't have an issue with Triple H had to say.
Yeah, because I went into this like, okay, Triple H must have really bashed the Indies or something, or because I'm like, people were pissed off about this online. So I'm like, okay, I gotta listen to this. So I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, people who don't do this and that, and people say W doesn't have good medical. Maybe they don't, but I've also seen situations where they're taking care of people and their families after they're laid up and not just cutting them and releasing them while they're under contract. They're still getting paid their paychecks. So that's another thing. And they're paying, a lot of times helping pay their medical bills, I believe. So yeah, I don't see the issue with what people are complaining about. He's talking about putting down the impacts of the UK because that ring is bad.
Speed says Triple H is 100% on point. This is why the whole idea that wrestling is more popular now than it's ever been might be true, but it's a product of quantity, not so much quality, says Speeds. Ganica says he's not wrong. Jeffrey Cross says it's all true. What's up, noob? How you doing tonight, dude? Because people just read headlines instead of reading or listening to actual stories, says Ted. Oh, look at Mama Sliz is in the house. What the hell? She says I think he made valid points. Look at her with the comments there. What about you, Alex? Your opinion on this whole situation?
I don't see anything wrong with what he said. It's true. I mean, these are the things that you look for, like when you want to like make sure, like these people that we watch, like put their bodies on the line to entertain us with wrestling. You want to make sure, like they're taken care of, like they have like that medical support, like they have like people invested in their future. Like we've heard so many stories about like certain bookers who like they get screwed out of like that screw over like wrestlers or vice versa. Like so see why people are getting all upset with what Triple H said. Honestly, like he was just speaking truthfully, and this is one of those overreactions, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people were outraged at this. Like, I saw people like have 4 or 5 tweets about WWE and how they have them travel and they don't have private jets and they have to drive to other arenas and they have to do all this and that, and he wants to go on there and talk about how independent companies don't provide this and don't provide that. It's just wrestlers have been driving to different arenas in different states ever since wrestling was something, people watch wrestling. It's not, they haven't been catered.
They were getting horse rides to stadiums like back then. Like they traveled.
Right, and that's how a lot of these guys get, a tight bond because they've rode to different arenas. That's exactly what happens. Yikes, man!
Got into cocaine.
Yeah, maybe WWE should have some type of. They should probably provide health insurance. I think we can all agree on that. That WWE should probably provide health insurance to to majority of the wrestlers, but that is nothing for us to.
Well, then so should AEW.
Right. Well, yeah, true. Well, apparently they do to some people.
No, they don't. They only do it to people working in the office.
Okay.
Get medical. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Right. Fair enough.
So just Cody and friends.
But I'm surprised so many people in the chat room actually agree with Triple H.
I think it was Spees who said it. I can't. Maybe if it wasn't, I'm sorry, but that's what a lot of people do today online and on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you read your crap at. They just read the headline and then comment. They don't ever look into it.
Especially if it's like Ringside News, who they would phrase it like Triple H buries independent scene over medical thing. Like just someone could just see that retweet and then just be outraged.
Or also if they have an agenda. If they don't like the WWE, they're gonna pick and choose.
Oh, they're definitely biased websites,
and they're gonna spin the shit out of it. And that's what a lot of these people did on Twitter. Like, I was just reading this, And I thought Triple H said he's going to take out the indies in the UK. That's far from what he said. They twist his words around to make it seem like, he hates the independent scene, which he never said. He may hate it. Who knows? But it didn't come out of his mouth.
Like,
it's just crazy.
We all know WWE wants to take over the world. We know that.
Yeah.
But the truth is, they're going to work with all the federations around. But it's like, you're going to be under our name, but we're going to let you work.
Right.
You want to get your mind blown? You guys want to get your mind blown right now? Okay, listen to this. If it was Cody Rhodes saying this, people would say, "Oh, he's just doing it to help wrestling. He's not hurting anything."
Well, AEW got a lot of good. They got a lot of people praising AEW because I don't know if we didn't touch on this. We'll just touch on it real quick. Chris Statlander was supposed to face Rio at the Wednesday show for the AEW Women's Championship.
Oh, yeah.
So what happens? They, I guess, forgot that she is booked at another independent show, and she wouldn't be able to make it to the show. So instead of her abandoning the independent show, they're going to have her, still compete there, and they're going to have a fatal four-way on Wednesday, and the following week, we will see Statlander take on the winner of that match. And
this isn't the first time like a match for AEW has been advertised and then gets canceled. Remember Paige and I think it was like Paige and Pac, or I forget who Pac was facing at Double or Nothing.
No, it was the first one. You're right. It was Paige and Pac. And then Ambrose gets pulled like a week later because he was injured, which I get that, but still. Breaking news.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the Pac.
I got some breaking news for you guys.
Uh-oh, what's this?
Apparently at the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan is being booked for another event, so he can't make the Rumble. And that would never happen.
This is what I'm talking about. And I mentioned this before about them working with other companies, and they're not working with this particular company.
I think they're going to have – it's getting to the point where now, it's been what, 6 months? Like the new car smell of AEW starting to wear off.
Right.
And now you're kind of just saying, all right, let's see what you guys are doing. And really want to be like a legit stream wrestling company. Like they have to contract their wrestlers. Like we can't afford to have you guys get injured at this other show.
Right. Like imagine if she wrestles
every week.
Imagine if she has that match and she gets hurt. What are you gonna do then? Like that's the things you got to think about AEW, and I get it. You're trying to cater to the indie crowd fans. That you're not trying to kill independent wrestling. We understand that, but there's another way to go around this. You could have said, "Hey, we have to take her off. She's fucking advertised on our Dynamite Homecoming
for our title.
For our title, exactly. This is not a singles.
It's the first match of our of the year. We want to get a good rating. Fuck your show. Your 300.
How does this happen though? You should already know she's already been booked for a show, and not book her to have a match on the first show of the year when she's not going to be on there. Yeah. Shouldn't people in charge know this?
Kenny Omega, hello, Omega. You should know this shit.
Omega's too busy booking his Japanese girls.
Other than how the actual show, a lot of what WWE business-wise is necessary to be where they are, says Mr. Marion Watson. They only have 2 hours a week. What do they do the rest of the weekend?
I mean, I've seen Bob Ruski retweet someone saying that you say you're a company that rankings mean something and wins and losses mean something when your number one contender can't make the show, so you just randomly give your entire women's division a title shot.
Right, exactly.
Why not just postpone it and just say no title match, it'll be the next week?
Or why don't you just
make your division?
Get a tag match. You might as well just go full WWE, get a tag match.
Okay, so SoCal tweeted out, Chris Statlander was booked for the Bar Wrestling New Year's Day show prior to signing with AEW. From what I'm told, Bar was completely okay with her missing their show, but Chris wanted to keep her word. Says a lot about her as a person. Credit to AEW for putting wrestlers first, too.
Yeah, how about credit to them for not knowing this was happening when they should have known, and they should have not booked her in this spot.
Come on, man. That's cool. But God damn, sooner or later, AEW, you got to wake up and smell the coffee here, because having your guys, New Japan and having them Wrestle Kingdom, totally different story. But having these in these shows, God damn, what happens if she gets hurt? that's the one thing that always pops up in my mind. What if Statlander takes a bad fall and she's out for the rest of the year?
Yeah, if she's
out
injured,
for the match.
like.
Or you could say the same thing about Jericho. What him wrestling this match in New Japan? What if he gets hurt with Tanahashi? Or in this world title match?
Also?
Yeah, that's true. And what about this world title match? Supposedly, it's probably going to happen if it happens. If it does happen at Dominion, which is in June. So that basically just
hold on, Dave. You're
I'm just saying if
I've got video of we're gonna touch on that. They are going to be pissed when January comes and the wins and losses start over, says Jeffrey Cross. Yeah. Oh, we got news on that as well. So, all right. Who cares? It's the shitty women's division.